Beech Street, Leicester. What appears to be a normal house on the outside is nothing of the sort. Paranormal activity has been rife in this house over the years. Activity off the scale, people attacked, mimicking voices. Imp creatures have been seen, portals have been captured. This place has everything. What will we discover when we investigate this house of hell?
Okay, so we've just arrived at this, what would be considered as a normal house. Apparently the person who owns the house has had many experiences here, and Tony, who's behind the camera at the moment, knows a lot about the house. He's been here a number of times. First time I've been in the house, certainly up on the stairs, there's something kicking off up there. We're just starting down here actually, and the energy is emanating from the floor. Now what I'm sort of picking up, without really going into the sort of psychometry bit that I do, there is a dwelling that this is built on around here, and I'm just trying to configure it in my mind what it is that's here. There's something in here. At the moment I'm seeing sort of a ramshackle hut affair around here with an elderly guy in here who's dressed fairly ragged, and it's like a little small holding around here that I'm picking up. But something else has happened. I'm getting other information. Something else has happened here, but there's something that's not right in here. As I say, the moment I went up to the stairs, it immediately hit me. Being a psychometrist, as I said, it's emanating from the ground, and what I've just picked up is there's a guy who's a little bit raggy. I would probably even class him as a warlock. You know, the male version of a witch. You know, warlock. And what he's done, he's just telling me that he's played with some spells way back in the day. This sounds crazy, this does, but he's played with some spells, and he's conjured up a demon that is more powerful than he can control, and it's still here. And he's so sorry that he can't get rid of it. He's played with these spells, and he's made these concoctions. I've got no idea what year it was, but it's a long time ago. And it's still here. And it's a non-human element. I know you've said about imps and whatever. I've not got a picture of this thing yet, but for sure it's a non-human element that he's conjured up. Ramshackle hut that he's got herbs, and he's boiling things, and he's killing things, and he's making these spells from somewhere he's got the recipes, and it's turned out wrong, and this thing has attached himself to him. But I can sense that this guy has thought, I'm in trouble here. And I think that even when he died, it's left here. Find out exactly what he brought up. What I've just seen is he's in this room, and the door's opened, and there is a very what I'd call a very negative woman. I'm just trying to think of the word, what you'd say now. The same as in Ireland, when we were in Ireland, you know that?
I'm just getting freezing cold right now.
Yeah, so
have I got any change of temperature?
She is at the door of his, dwelling, and she's standing there, and he's summoned her.
Word. I am absolutely freezing.
She is now coming into it.
Nothing. I've got the absolute. I've got every single hair's up on my body at the moment. I mean,
what do you call that?
Yeah,
do you remember that?
Fact, that's really come. That has really got
me
now.
Like
Yeah.
So
it's gone really.
So what's
like
happened?
Almost.
She's come into into the room now, She's in here.
Oh my word.
And what the heck is her name? What was the? How do you describe them? That woman that flew past me and leapt.
The Elemental.
Yeah.
Can you remember last time I was here? We had the voice said "Death on you."
Okay.
It was a woman's voice.
Yeah. She's got little creatures that are surrounding her. Okay, so there's not one. There's half a dozen.
It's freezing in here. It's absolutely freezing.
She's in control of. She's took over this guy. He's finished, mate. You know, she's got it. This elemental, and she's a nasty bit of work. So she's the wrong side of witchery, and she's been taken into the dark side. All sounds a bit. Lord of the Rings sounds a bit crazy, but I'm just telling you what I'm getting. It's not my mind. It's not my sort of imagination running away. This is what I picked up just now, and that's what I do. I just tell you it as it is.
Would she be mimicking? Because when Justin was here, apparently a gainer's voice was mimicked, and apparently it's happened a few times.
I think they could do anything. Something waits for people on the stairs to connect with them before they go to bed, and they'll attach themselves to the people before they go to sleep. Sort of, if I can pick anything up that she's doing here.
Yeah, what, mess with the dogs?
Yeah, like tease them and bang and knocks. I'm definitely feeling something.
It's temperature dropping.
You know.
Not round, Stu. Let's go to the side of Stu.
As well as this elemental, when she was actually a witch, or you know, a white witch, I think you know you'd call them. They hung her in Leicestershire. They hung her, and that's why she became more of a sort of demon thing. And she's out for revenge now. Okay, any spirits with us? Would you like to give us your name?
It's got a funny metallic smell.
I didn't get his name, but that's him talking. And he's still here as well. He can't get away. He's like a restless soul. So he's wandering around the place as well. Yeah. They would have loads of trouble, you know, by being kept awake at night, things moving, banging, and certainly they'd probably get quite depressed. There'd be a lot of negativity in the house, because the energy that these people are giving off, one's trying to escape, one's trying to keep him, and it's payback time from this elemental. She's trying to make everybody miserable here. Okay, so although we're coming out of this room, it doesn't make any difference. Walls, doors, the whole of the whole of the ground floor area in this house is emanating something from the floor. So the dwellings of the past, and I'll build a picture up as we go along, but that was an early quite dwelling. But this elemental is still walking through the place. The guy is still stuck here. There's a dog as well. Very, funny enough, very similar to the one she's got. I wonder if the dog, you know, I'd be interested to ask her if she has much dog reaction. Could be.
I think they mess around with Gareth.
The dog?
Yeah, because I was saying it, yeah.
Well, I just said that.
Yeah.
Well, I found out who's here and what's here. Where you are, this is a portal area of the house. I think it's the...
Where would that go downstairs to?
What?
Just the hall.
It's the hall.
Yeah.
Just the hall, yeah.
God, but basically, what I'm seeing here, this dwelling that guy was in, okay, it was... What you've got, if you imagine like a wooden frame building with lathe and plaster, you know, what they used to do, the horsehair and the mud.
Yeah.
It's around here. And then basically what he used to have here, that was his sort of workshop down there with a fire. But up here, there was one level, okay, with a wooden ladder that comes up onto the level where he slept. And it was just, you know, a bed and a wooden sort of mezzanine type level. And this is what I'm seeing here. So he's down there, but he's up here, and then this is something happened here. Something happened here, and I've got a feeling that he was so disturbed from what he'd done that he actually was pushed and, you know,
Right.
on the floor downstairs. But it started here. So this is where he used to think he was safe, but he was trying to get down, and I think he was pushed. He either pushed or hung himself, something like that. Something happened to him that ended his life just here.
And what do you think, was it a living person who pushed him, or was it some entity there?
Yeah, it was definitely that woman,
right,
who he'd brought up into his life. That elemental that you know.
So this thing's dangerous.
Very. Designed his own death, if you like, because he brought it on board through the Ouija board, but it wasn't a Ouija board, it was through his concoctions and his spells and whatever. That he brought that into his life, this negative energy, and then, as you say, there's about 3 or 4 of these little black imps and that. I've seen imps before, I've had them around me. When we used to live in a little village nearby, I woke up one night and they were doing this over me. Sounds absolutely randomly crazy.
My brother's seen one as well.
Yeah, I've seen him. There was 2 or 3 on mine. Yeah.
Thermal.
Let's just see if I've got something here. And
I thought I heard a little voice. I thought I heard someone speaking.
I just saw this woman.
Yeah.
She feeds off of the dead, the killing, or whatever. You know, she's. I'm not, you know, picking on women. I'm just saying what I got. I've just been told he's Irish. The guy who did the concoction and everything is an Irish bloke. There's a fight between these 2 people, and because he's let her in, there is a constant battle between the ones. He's really struggling. She's trying to, you know, get him to probably kill himself, which she did in the end. But they're still reenacting. I still see it's reenacting. Were you pushed to your death here?
How come you told us death on you last time? What?
That's what she used to call herself.
Angel, come through and speak to us like you did last time. Good with you?
The SB7 session was quiet, so we decided to go back to our EVP sessions.
You calling yourself Angel? Freezing.
Yeah, I am.
You feel?
I'm freezing.
You feel my chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ice. That is.
What's it like, Dylan, on the thermal?
It's freezing. You feel it
Says
cold?
it's about 13.
13, which
Warmer
is
than it has been.
It's another one, that one there as well.
Who's there? Communicate tomorrow, you make things cold.
Out the back area,
Yeah.
where this place used to be,
Yeah. What is it?
he's just trying to communicate with me about something buried there. that turn this whole thing upside down. Have you got a conservatory on it as well?
There's the kitchen
And then another outhouse.
There's like a little outhouse, but it's not. It's a bit open. It's just covered.
Okay, it's there. Way back in the day.
It was a mud here.
Yeah. To let stand there, but back in the day, there's something buried here. Let me just see if I can pick up on anything. And it seems to be the head of something.
Yeah.
He's buried a head. Okay, what should we be looking for?
Yeah, that's good.
Listen to this. It's here then.
What should we be looking for?
That's a male voice, that one.
That's the guy who sent me down here. There's something here as well. Can you feel an energy here, Tony? I'm feeling a bit sort of just here.
Not yet.
You feel it, it'll come. Do we have a spirit standing with me and Tony here?
Do we have a spirit standing with me and Tony here?
Something.
Go and get the REM pod.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Look at that. Listen to that. It was down there. Hang on. Does that say it was down there? Listen. That's a clear one.
Good one.
Definitely down here as well.
It was down there.
When we were upstairs on where that portal energy is up there, the spirit I connected with said there's something down here. Technically it was outside. But we've come in the kitchen now and it's in a similar area, but we seem to be getting quite a bit of response here, don't we?
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get something.
So any more on what you're thinking?
Well, am I in the right spot for where the burial was? See, the thing is, what he's saying is he thought by burying the spell, if you like, it's part of the whole spell. So it had all the herbs, had this like a you know, I thought it was like a pig's head. I mean, most people go ghosts because they associate all that with demonology and all that, but I saw it was like a pig's head, but it'd done something wrong. So he thought by burying it somewhere around here, it would go away, but it didn't. He'd already opened the portal, I think so it opened his home up to a negative entity, basically. He brought them on and it frightened him and he didn't know what to do. Let's see.
It's another one.
Where the burial was.
Different one, this
Listen.
one.
Oh yeah, that was clear. Get out. Listen to this.
The burial was.
Oh yeah, beauty. That was strong. That was it. Did you hear that? Get out. Wow. I know what you mean now. It feels like something's.
Yeah, and it's making me feel a bit sort of sicky.
Yeah, I'm getting the same.
And what I've just picked up now, this is really weird, what's just randomly come in is about 8 hooded figures around us, like monks.
I had the feeling someone watching me through the glass.
Yeah, that's what's just come around us. And where they've come from, I don't know why they've come, but they're all around us now. These hooded monks. Seen them before, seen them many times. But
is that why we're getting so strong responses?
Probably. Let's just see if we're getting something else, because we seem to be in an area of importance here.
Mm.
Is that right? Do we have some monks with us now?
Trying, isn't it?
Is
Yeah.
that right? Do we have some monks with us now?
Sounds like yes.
Yeah, he did. He went yes.
I got a feeling that these monks had come because they'd heard of the evil around here, and I think they've come to sort of find out, either cleanse the place or be part of it, because they're quite
attracting more in.
Yeah.
Is this place like a?
Yeah, I don't know why these.
Maybe they're attracted to the dark energy.
That's what I mean, because they're not very nice. These shadow monks.
I'll get something like it's playing me in.
Oh, the monks ain't nice.
No, they're more on the darker side than the clean spirit side.
Oh.
They're more on the darker side. Let's just see if we got. They're not saying a lot though. Why are you here?
That's what this place reminds me of. The ancient ramming.
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah.
The feet. Because I walk into place and I just it's
well, they've just told me that he's called them.
What, this Irish guy?
Why?
Is that his?
It's part of everything he's done. He's opened up a portal, so he's got all these things coming in. Is
there a portal in it? Is there a portal in it?
I think the whole thing, the whole.
And what would the portal look like if you've seen it?
It's basically like a vortex, like.
Can you see what colour? What would you see?
I don't see that in a colour. I just see like if you imagine like a blurry hole, but it's like a hurricane, if you like,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like a hurricane.
I'm glad you said that, because I was pushing you a bit.
This strange capture was captured around 10 years ago by a paranormal investigator. As you can see, there's like a black smoke vortex type thing. We don't know what it is. We can't say it's paranormal, but it was very, very strange and caused national interest in the paranormal.
No, but that's what I said. It's
Can we tell you something now you've come out with that? There's a picture, found it, of a black, like a hurricane.
Yeah, like a tornado.
It was captured, was it here?
I think it was around.
Yeah, it looked like it would be in a glass container.
Do you know where it was?
Some sort.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
Whereabouts was it in the kitchen?
I think I get the impression it's around the sink. I don't know.
Yeah, it's somewhere, because that's the portal. It's like a tornado, like an energy.
Well, you wouldn't normally see it as anything. But this was captured as a black tornado.
Yeah, there's a
I see
picture
I see it as like if you imagine.
Black smoke.
I didn't see it as black smoke. I see it as like if you imagine getting a glass tube, putting it here, and then blurring it and shimmering it and going round. So it's like wobbling.
Yeah.
And it's like it's emanating.
So you see it more clear.
Yeah, I see it clear. But there's things in there. There's people and things whizzing around.
Not so healthy to be stood in that spot too.
I see and this is why these monks are here. This is
maybe we should hang around in this area too long.
Yeah, I mean, like I say,
I'm feeling weird.
I'm just going back there.
Yeah, bastard. Is that we're in heaven? We're in heaven. Oh, you're
I'm not sure what they said.
Oh, you're beauty.
Why are you here?
We're in heaven.
Yeah, well, we'd have
That's
to look at it.
unbelievable. Hang on, let's see if I can.
Did we capture the same EVP minutes beforehand? Remarkable.
What you've got is this.
That's unbelievable.
This
That's
portal.
one of the best
thing.
EVPs I've ever heard.
It is a good one. This portal thing is something that is, what I'm seeing is like dozens of people in there, and they're like medieval people clad in leather. I can see some religious artifacts like crosses and candelabras and people and all sorts of things whizzing around in there. So it's sort of a fight against the good and the bad that's in here. So the monks and the people, he's certainly opened up something, the bloke here, the Irish, I'm saying he's Irish, but Celtic guy. He's certainly opened up something. And I think that's why he is always like crying and begging for forgiveness, because he can't stop what's happened. Something around this area here is really, well, they say that let the cat among the pigeons.
Opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah, and he's not strong enough to shut it down. The little Imps up and around, and she's at the door. I saw her out the back as well, so she shifts around.
What, the teeth more?
Yeah.
Not so much Guy, more him.
The teeth. They said to me the teeth the dogs. They you know, they'll see them. You see.
Yeah, he has it badly. I'm not going to say what room, but
Yeah. He would do. Who's with us in this room?
Anyone want to speak to us? You spoke to us last time. There's a lady in here who told us death on you, which was quite clear, to be honest. I didn't realise we captured it till I listened back on it the other day. It was brilliant. Are you still here?
Quite clear, to be honest. I didn't realise we captured it till I listened back on it the other day. It was brilliant. Are you still here?
This small light was captured. It's only a few seconds. Paranormal? We're not sure.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Quite clear, to be honest. I didn't realise we captured it till I listened back on it the other day. It's brilliant. Are you still here?
Yeah, I mean, because we're above the kitchen, it's actually emanates from the ground, the energy, and it's halfway up here. So we're only sort of
It's
meeting.
quite lighter here.
It's a lot lighter than downstairs.
Doesn't feel
in
like
the
the kitchen.
No, the
Good job, isn't it?
kitchen's really heavy there. And it's what it's built on and what the whole thing here. So, like I say, what I've picked up on tonight sounds a bit far-fetched sometimes, but I'm telling you as I see it as a psychic. So, and with the EVP, we've got a bit of evidence there as well. And I've picked up on stuff that's been
you have
proven before.
Yeah, and I mean
and I've never been here before.
I just remember Gaynor telling me about the people have been here and they thought it was the land where the bells had been built on.
It definitely would. It definitely is, and that's what people don't realise. They buy a new build and they wonder why they've got paranormal activity. It's because of what it was built on. I'm running around this.
I'm really, really cold. My back and all down my arms.
Do we have a child in the room?
It's just something like that is.
Do we have a child in the room?
Something.
Do we have a child in the room?
This is funny because I've just seen the child change from a child to a dark, impy thing.
So it's messing around with you.
Yeah, it's trying to pretend there's a child coming in here. So they're like shapeshifters or whatever you call them. So he came in. Yeah, he came in.
Is this why the voices has been heard of Gainer's voice?
Could be, but he came in as a child, and then he couldn't hold it long enough, and he's just gone back to being that sort of negative spirit. It's nowhere near as active in here than it was in the kitchen and that front room, but certainly I found that kitchen area was really sort of active. Oh yeah, just here, something just sort of, energised my hair here.
You having like a tickly thing?
Yeah. Like,
I've had it twice on the temples of my head.
Well, I've just had it touch the top of my hair. You come here, Tony, there's something that stands here. You go right in the corner there. You can feel it. There's an energy there.
Just tickle it, lights you up straight away.
Yeah, just bang. So there's something that stands here. I've just got this vision that it sometimes sort of pulls the bed or does something here. Be interested to ask Gaynor if that's the fact. Thermal imagery, somewhere around this area here, even when I am here, I can feel the coldness here. Do you bother Gaynor at night? This person's completely different.
It's the middle one.
But why is there another one there then?
It's here. He's basically wondering, from what I can gather, he doesn't understand why you're here. He's been here all the time, and he doesn't like it. Listen up.
But why the upstairs when this wouldn't even been here?
No, there's a level. You know what I was saying about that mezzanine level?
Yeah.
And
was this a paranormal capture, or was it purely the light reflecting from the mirror through the IR light?
The mezzanine level was over there, but I know there might have been something a bit more here. Somebody else might have slept here, a little bit with straw or whatever. I don't know. Let's just see who it is. Would you like us to go? See if you can go. Could you come closer to this little device in my hand and speak into it? Do you have a message for us? Could you tell me why you're here?
Tell me why you're here.
Well, before we go, have you got a message for us?
Have you got a message for us?
Yeah.
Have you got a message for us?
Dylan.
That's really interesting. So, let's
Well, should we do?
Just a weird little voice.
Did you?
What for?
Over
I
this
was
way.
looking over there. I kept getting drawn to the hallway then. Where should we do it? Should we do it in the hallway? Or should we do it in this little bedroom? Just down?
Yeah, but either way, it'll still go black, whichever way, won't it?
Yeah.
Way past, it was settlement. There were settlements around here.
Yeah.
That's all I know, really.
You don't know what era that was? Was it medieval? Obviously,
Yeah,
probably before
yeah.
then. Okay, and there's certainly, more active areas here. One of the things I'll just touch base with upstairs, is that your bedroom at the top there?
Yeah,
This one just on this side.
Yeah.
There is an entity that stands in the corner.
yeah,
Okay, that will press the bed, or he'll do things like that and wake you, and he's not particularly nice. Doesn't mean to say he's going to harm you. I think Linda said that, did he mark somebody?
Oh yeah, that's his photo.
Oh, that's like horrible. It's like claws.
Look like a hand. You know, it's that part, isn't it? It's a big hand, that is.
So Barry, when he seen the imp thing, he seen it on here, did he?
Yeah.
He was watching. What, he seen it roll?
Seen it. It was sort of ran from that corner over to the other.
What is it? This one, eh?
Yeah.
That entity or spirit in the bedroom there, the more depressed and anxiety related energy that you give out, the more they like that.
Yeah.
So if you can not be frightened, I was just saying to Linda, a bit like a tiger.
I'm not frightened of it. I don't.
No, you don't want to be, because
really don't give a damn about it.
Because a Celtic guy, I thought it might be Irish, but it could be Celtic in terms of Scottish, Irish, whatever. Who was he used to think he's a herbalist. He used to think he was a bit of a wizard, and he got hold of a spell, if you like, from somebody, and he did it in this area, and it went wrong. And he opened the portal, opened the door to this elemental, this woman, who is half human, half sort of, what would you call it, demon type thing, half human, half demon. I've only ever seen one before, and that was in Lep Castle in Ireland, and it's the same sort of entity. Anyway, so she's here, and she's the one with these little imps. And then you've got in the kitchen, you've got that portal which is like a hurricane.
Yeah.
And I can see medieval people floating around in there. As I said, the religious artifacts whizzing around, and then there's a whole load of, well, I say a whole load, there's probably about half a dozen hooded monks in there as well that stand in a circle. That
I have seen a shadow going across it with a, monks.
Yeah, that they're here.
Very
generally,
tall.
they came to see us in the kitchen because they wondered what we were doing, I think.
The EVPs were out of this world.
Yeah, they were very, very good, yeah.
Like it.
So, so we've got that portal going on in there, and we've got this guy who used to, that's why the top of the stairs is active, because there was a wooden stairs going up to his place, which was where he used to sleep up there, and he was either pushed or fell, and I think he was killed by hitting the floor, and I've got a feeling it was something spiritual that probably pushed him, but I don't know. But that's where a lot of energy's up there, because I think that something or somebody pushed him, but he ruined his life in terms of he couldn't continue because it sort of overwhelmed him, the whole of this. Whatever the portal that he'd opened up, a bit like a Ouija board, I was saying. So if you're going to play with a Ouija board, you don't really know who you're asking to come and, hey, come down and we can talk. So that was what he did, but in a spell way. Interestingly enough, anything at the top of the stairs?
That area's always bothered me, if anywhere.
Yeah.
It's always been the top of the stairs.
It is me as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's because that guy was pushed from there.
I've had when I've coming downstairs, an hand in me back, as though it's going to push you down.
Well, it's funny. I was walking down the
that.
stairs and something I slipped. Something knocked, or it could have been just me, but I was carrying quite a bit. But it whoa, and I dropped and the batteries all fell out. And it's funny that happened to you coming down the stairs, but
a few things have happened on the stairs, yeah.
And
So Lee, who was it? He went into a spiral.
You're Lee.
He just ended up depressed and.
Sorry, Linda.
He had mental health, but he was really frightened of the place. He hated being here. He knew it didn't want him here.
Yeah.
Is that the one who was marked?
Yeah. And
they wouldn't
he had
like
an
it.
heart attack and died. And
What?
he had an heart attack and died.
Oh dear.
And he's oxygen starved, so he can't do anything anymore now. Can't move his arms, legs, can't swallow, can't talk.
So it's like
Yeah, so he's
vegetable
living in a
state.
body that he can't.
what now?
Yeah, still.
10
How old
years
was
he's
he?
been like that.
Bloody hell,
10
was it?
years he's been the same.
10 years now.
How old was he?
I think he was 36 at the time.
Yeah.
So we've had a brilliant night. Picked up on loads of good paranormal stuff. Hopefully you'll see what we got in the video with the EVPs and that.
Yeah.
And we've just chatted to Gaynor and basically confirmed what I'd picked up, that a lot of it was factual.
Yeah, I mean, Stu didn't know anything about it. I knew a lot about it, so didn't make any conversation towards Stu about what had happened until he'd found things. But yeah, we've been all around. But the energy in here tonight's been some of the EVPs. Before normally we say it's been a bit quiet,
Yeah.
but we know from the feelings we've had, and the EVPs, particularly in the kitchen,
Yeah.
where I knew there'd been a portal found. There's an actual photograph of it. Whether or not I can find it and put it in the video, I will. But yeah, Stu picked up on loads of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when I do my bit, it's always down to what I connect with as a psychometrist, and as you'll see in the video, it sounds a bit far-fetched, some of it, but it's what I pick up, and that's what I do, and I just say it like it is. And if we can get evidence to back that up through Gaynor's, saying that that's fact, that has been proven, that has been mentioned. Not necessarily proven, but mentioned by other people who have visited the house. It's good that we've got, confirmation from a number of sources that we're all on the right track, or there's something definitely here. But
I remember Gaynor saying it in the past, but Stu didn't know any of that. First thing he said is it's from the land up.
yeah, it
It's
is.
from
Emanates from
So
from
yeah,
below.
but we'll review it all, and there'll be
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff on this.
And give us a thumbs up if you like the video. We do it in a serious manner. We're not people who throw things around and make things up. We are, really paranormal researchers, if you like. We want definite proof if we can get it. Hence, we don't throw things around or make things up. So, see what you think. Anyway, we do our best to bring the paranormal world to you guys.
We're getting a lot of comments again now. People are starting to see that we're back out regular and they're enjoying it. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back out again, but enjoy this one anyway, and we'll be doing the next one soon.
Yep.